you ever gone someplace where you're like, I don't need to go there. I've already been there. I already know what it's about. And then when you actually get there, you're like, I was wrong. Yeah, that was me on Hurricane Hill. Let's get into it. So Hurricane Hill is located within Olympic National Park, up by Hurricane Ridge. To get there, you want to go out of Port Angeles up the Hurricane Ridge Road, all the way to Hurricane Ridge. When you get to Hurricane Ridge, keep going. It's a little hard to tell because it actually looks like the road ends there, but keep going. It goes another 1.5 miles to the parking lot. If the parking lot at the trailhead is full, there's an additional parking about 1/4 mile down the road. Try that. So what are the trail stats? Well, the trail is only 3.4 miles round trip with a total elevation gain of 826 feet. Now the trail is actually paved the entire way, which is a little surprising because the trail is actually quite steep in places and you're climbing a lot. So don't let that fool you. It's up. So the trail starts off side hilling through some trees with occasional views down to the Elwha Valley and beyond. At about the 1/2 mile mark, you really start to climb. You climb a bit and you round a small ridge to a saddle where you'll get a really nice shot of the basin below Hurricane Ridge and the views across the Elwha River into the Olympics. You can also look up to see how much more you have to climb to get to the top of Hurricane Hill. So from here, the trail starts to climb even more, getting into more open views and open meadows the higher you climb. You start to switch back until you get near the wide summit of Hurricane Hill. On the other side of Hurricane Hill, you have views down to Port Angeles, through the Strait and the ocean, all the way to Canada and Vancouver Island. In addition to that, there is a small tarn just below Hurricane Hill, and we were there. We got lucky and had a mom and 2 cubs decide to take a dip in the lake. I'd never seen bears swim before, so that was a special treat. And in addition, as a small side note, there is a trail near the summit of Hurricane Hill that kicks off to the west. That trail goes all the way down to the Elwha River. But it is worth doing a little stroll down that trail a little ways because when we did that, there was a colony of marmots short way off the main trail of Hurricane Hill. And it's worth a side trip if you want to do a little more exploring when you're up there. So I have to admit, the reason why I overlooked Hurricane Hill all these years, partly because, the views at Hurricane Ridge is already just outstanding. And I just had it in my mind, like, how could the views actually get better from Hurricane Ridge? Boy, was I wrong. Part of the reason why I think the views are better is because you're about 500 feet higher in elevation than you are at Hurricane Ridge. Plus the angle is a little bit different. So there is a little bit of a different view and vantage point at Hurricane Hill versus Hurricane Ridge. But the views at the top, especially with the way that the Hurricane Hill is just kind of like pretty a wide summit up there, just gives amazing photo ops, especially with the alpine trees, the meadows, the flowers. And when we went in the evening. So around that time, the deer started to come out. At the top of Hurricane Hill, just coming down, counted over 30 deer wandering around up there. It was awesome, provided amazing photography shots. And this is the gold standard. Seriously, go in the early evening. One of the big advantages to doing that is because you have a lot of the people from Hurricane Ridge starting to come down around that time. And when you go to Hurricane Hill, you're kind of doing it in the golden hour to where a lot of the animals start to come out, like a lot of the deer. It just added to the experience. It was beautiful. And an added bonus, when you're done with Hurricane Hill, when you come back to Hurricane Ridge, we had it almost to ourselves. A lot of the people had left. The parking lot was almost empty. So that's just my opinion, but you do you. But let me know if you've done Hurricane Hill, what you thought of it. Leave it in the comments, and if you like this video, please hit subscribe. See you in the next one.